Hello everyone, and welcome to your short zodiac messages. We're going to go through all the zodiacs, and the topic is, what is the eclipse season bringing in for you? So release anything that doesn't resonate, okay? Only receive what resonates. These are collective messages. We're going to go ahead and begin, and they will be time-stamped below for your convenience. So starting out with Aries, we have Rose. Romance is in the air. So if you've been seeing roses around you in symbol form, in your third eye, this is a message for you that there's going to be more of a love or energy of romance coming into your life, that the eclipse season is going to be bringing in this beauty, or just a more kind of lyrical, romantic way of living. Okay, you might be experiencing more pleasure. You might be seeing things more from a higher dimension. Colors might stand out to you in a brighter way. You just might be taking time to enjoy more of the sensual side of life. But also, this could be dating, this can be romance, this can be relationships, blooming here. That's something else that's coming through with this rose energy. Some of you also may be called to like the rose essential oil, or having roses in your workspace or in your home. But that rose energy is significant. I'm also getting the love from ancestors coming through, especially if there was a connection through roses for some of you. Okay, so that is what the energy that is coming in with the eclipse season for you, Aries. Romance is in the air, so life is going to feel probably a little bit more dreamy. Again, there's more pleasure, there's more embracing the moment. And even, if you're single watching this, this could be new love coming in, but this could also be you romancing yourself as well, you taking the time to give yourself the best. Okay, so that is what we have for Aries. Now for Sagittarius, we have May. Okay, and I needed a little bit more than that, but May may be significant for some of you. And we have marriage. Okay, so for those of you that are married, and this could be that, definitely message coming through there. Look, marriage and the two flowers together. There might be a significant shift within your marriage that happens in May that you're starting to feel now, or you're starting to sense with this eclipse energy that is coming through. Also, for some of you, if you're not married, you could have a significant shift that happens in May, but around eclipse season is where you sense, or you get a little bit more information about that. So be paying attention to that. For those of you that are single, haven't met anyone, aren't even probably interested in anyone right now, make sure that you put out there and you're very clear about a partner that you would like to have before they manifest, so that when you are open, when your heart opens up to a relationship, that you're very clear about what you want for a future partner. Because for the marriage card to come through, that's not just a dating card. So for you, Sagittarius, you might be dating, or even thinking about that you're dating to get married. You're dating for a significant purpose. You're not just out there having fun, is what's coming through. So be very clear about what it is that you desire in a marriage partner. And if those of you that are dating right now, maybe you're starting to understand and see, oh, I like that, I don't like that, I like this, I don't like that. And that helps you put together that manifestation and realize what you would like in a marriage, what you'd like in a partner. Equally so, some of you could be observing your friends who are married, or other people that are married, and again, observing and noticing things that resonate with you and things that don't, for when you have your own relationship. But it does look like there's a significant commitment or shift that is happening within a relationship, or a new relationship, by May. But the eclipse season is going to be where you start to see a little bit more about what that is, or you're preparing for that, or your guides are like, hey, pay attention to what you want in a relationship, maybe write it down, or the type of marriage you'd like to have, or if you want to get married or you don't want to get married. You might have these sort of questions coming forward to kind of prepare you moving forward, for those of you that are going to be entering into a union, a marriage, an engagement, something like that. So your guides are going to kind of, maybe it's your ancestors, are going to kind of give you a heads up before these shifts start to happen. Okay? And then for Leo, we have bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Okay, so some of you could be receiving flowers. You could be receiving gifts or even just compliments for your work or for your presence. I'm hearing for your boldness, okay, for some of you, Leo. So that's a really nice energy to come through for this eclipse season. And I think that it'll feel really nice for you to be recognized for whatever this is for you, Leo. Okay, I think it's going to give you a very nice boost in your self-esteem. It might be quite validating for some of you if that's something that you have been seeking. Some of you, if you have entered into like a new relationship, that person might want to be very romantic and bring you flowers. That person, like I'm seeing somebody with hearts in their eyes, like almost cartoon style. So that person might really be a serious admirer for you here. Okay, as always, use your discernment. But that's really beautiful, Leo. I think that people are going to be, oh, that's funny. Okay. I think that people really are going to be mirroring your beautiful qualities to you. But I also see, even though it says bouquet, Spirit pointed that out to me as being like quiet. So if you're very talkative, maybe try sitting back and listening, because you might be missing these moments where people are trying to share their appreciation or their love for you, but you're going on and on and on, and you're not actually taking the time to sit back and receive that love or that compliment. So that was another message that came in there. For those of you that, you know, are talking, take a time to pause, listen, receive that compliment, okay? Yeah, okay, so that's what I have for Leo. Moving forward, we'll look at Pisces. So Pisces, we have 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. Now, a bunch of cards came out with this when I was first pulling, and one was about your finances and making sure that you are being aware of your finances. So for those of you that kind of sense that, if you feel that intuitive pull to just, you know, make sure you're reading your statements, make sure everything is balanced and kind of where you expect it or desire it to be, maybe not spending a lot, you know, around eclipse season, things like that. Just kind of be aware of. That's just a message for maybe one of you, because again, it came out in a pile and I couldn't take all those cards. But with the 4-leaf clover, we have great good fortune. You're going to feel almost those 5D energies of things just kind of shifting and moving forward for you. And I think, again, that finance card that came out was just making sure that you're paying attention, you're being mindful with your finances. When we pay for things online, it's easy to not be as aware of, you know, our spending habits. So that's something to just kind of be very cognizant with, or, you know, do your research before purchasing something online to make sure that, you know, everything is as it's meant to be, right? Even like when you purchase something online, looks like a good price, but then you don't look at the dimensions and you bought something really small, you know, things like that. Just be aware, be present with your finances, okay, Pisces? But with this 4-leaf clover, that's really nice. And this is also about kind of managing your finances, feeling really good at how things are kind of shifting and unfolding for you. You could be Irish watching this. Okay, that might be something else that's significant, or even March may have been significant for you. Perhaps there was a manifestation that you focused on in March. It's coming about, you know, with this eclipse season. But the other message for you, Pisces, because I know, again, you're quite sensitive and tuned in, is to realize that what is shifting in eclipse season is working out for you, okay? So that's something else there. And, you know, people may look at you and be like, oh, you're so lucky. Oh, you're so lucky. But they don't realize all the effort and hard work that you put in to have this free-flowing kind of energy. And so try not to be hurt by that, okay? And really recognize and honor yourself and your journey and all the work that you put in, because you paved the way for yourself here. Okay. Next, we'll look at Cancer. We have hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Okay, so this eclipse season you might feel quite strongly, especially emotionally, Cancer. So make sure that you're taking the best care of yourself. You might be planning a vacation, or your partner might bring up the idea of a vacation, or something like that to kind of help you rest, recharge. You might also just feel like you're more tired and you just want to take some space and time for yourself, and that's okay, because I feel like that's going to help you rest and recharge and reflect here. And you deserve to have that relaxation. You deserve, you know, to embrace like this vacation if that's what you feel called to here. But that might come up on the table again, your relationship or with your family, or just in general, your guides, you know, might bring that up. There might be a certain place that you want to go to just to recharge. Okay, that's something that I'm sensing here, and it's going to be like a cocoon. It's going to be a cocooning kind of phase for you, Cancer, where you go, you cocoon, you heal, you rest, you do whatever, you know, you feel called to is best for you. And then after the eclipse season, you're rising as the butterfly. Okay, you have those wings, you have those new frequencies, you're showing up in a whole different vibe. Okay, so that's really beautiful for you, Cancer. So for Scorpio, we have whale, great worry over nothing. Okay, so obviously listen to your intuition, your discernment with that, but take empowered steps and empowered approaches in your life. With the whale energy, that has to do typically with family. So there might be a lot going on with your family at this time. So take a step back and look at, okay, what is my power in this? What is my influence in this? What is my, where are my strengths within this situation? Ask yourself that, and then, you know, move forward in a way that is empowering. Or like if you have a loved one going through something that is challenging or difficult, you know, you can't control that person's life necessarily, right? But what you can do is look at, okay, what is my strength in this and how can I help if you feel called to? But overall, I think there's a lot of anxiety coming through, Scorpio, so make sure that you are grounding your energy. Make sure that you are around people that are grounding, people that are present, people that are loving and supportive, okay? Know too that you could be becoming more sensitive. And if you're not aware of where that information is necessarily coming from, you could receive every message rather than having discernment. Like, let's say I'm seeing like the different frequencies or messages kind of coming through, and you're receiving them, but not all of them are for you necessarily. So having that discernment and releasing what is not yours, right? And only receiving what is yours, I think will be very empowering for you, Scorpio, at this time. Okay. Next, we will move into Libra. So for Libra, we have the bear. We have danger, especially in money matters. Okay. So be aware, be present. Again, you know, this message has come out. It came out in last week's messages. There was a lot of like scam energy coming through. And also that when we have a shadow period coming forth with humanity and people aren't doing their shadow work, when those opportunities present themselves, when their shadow comes forward, sometimes they don't know what to do with it. So this is about also being aware of your surroundings and doing your best not to engage or invest your time and energy with unbalanced people or situations, and making sure, again, kind of like the Pisces message, that you are paying attention to your finances, you're reading your statements, you know, you're aware of your finances, you're not overspending. You know, this is just, it's not a message of fear, it's a message of awareness and placing your presence and empowerment, because in the right spaces, because sometimes when you're just in fear, your energy can go everywhere, right? So make sure you're grounding, make sure you're connecting in with yourself, and that you're just aware and present, you know, with your finances. You're aware and present of your, you know, with your surroundings, okay? That you're really tuned in, you're listening to your intuition, okay? You yourself might feel like you are the bear. You might feel like your shadow is coming forward. And when the shadow comes forward, you know, acknowledging it, because it's obviously necessary that it's coming forward, but then also loving yourself around that shadow and embracing that shadow, to integrate it into part of your being and your strength, rather than denying it and it becoming stronger, okay? So be aware of that. Be aware if you feel unbalanced at this time. Taking the time to slow down and to balance yourself out, Libra, will be very helpful here. And I also feel, again, like if you feel unbalanced, you're going to feel it quite strongly. So take that time to balance yourself out, to work with your shadow, to understand and love yourself deeply here. To definitely listen to your discernment, okay? Your intuition. And again, if that shadow is coming forward for you, taking a step back and acknowledging that part of yourself, you know, and loving yourself. I mean, just pouring more and more love into your shadow and into your acceptance of all of who you are, okay? And just because the shadow comes forth doesn't mean we act on it. The shadow comes forth for awareness, and then we can, you know, make a better decision for ourselves, or we can take that moment to feel that maybe uncomfortable feeling, or recognize that part of ourselves that is maybe that we have not, you know, wanted to acknowledge, and acknowledging it. And I think that once you do that, it will help you in balancing out this imbalance, okay? So have a lot of self-love and compassion for yourself here, Libra. Okay, Gemini, we have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. Okay, so there's a letter or a package that's important that's going to be coming in. You might receive a message that it's coming in, or have somewhat of an idea around when it's going to come in by, you know, bird messengers in particular. Okay, it could be a hawk, it could be, you know, a specific bird that to you signifies communication or a package or information coming in. Okay, so that's something that the eclipse season is bringing in for you, Gemini. And I do feel like this is a message of love, because you see that beautiful pink energy that's surrounding that bird. So it might be something quite exciting, like an acceptance letter or something you've been looking forward to, but you didn't know when it was going to come in. Maybe there's a bit of a delay. All of a sudden, the eclipse brings it in faster. But there could be some, an ancestor or a spirit guide that's like really excited and knows it's coming in, and kind of gives you a heads up, again, like through a bird messenger or something like that, you know, something that you would understand, or you would know, okay, today that package is showing up. But I'm getting like an energy of excitement. So like this loved one on the other side is very excited for you. But it's like when you buy somebody a present, right? And it's before their birthday, but you're holding on to it and you can't wait. You have to give it to them ahead of time. It's kind of like that feeling. That's what I'm getting for you, Gemini. That's really lovely. Okay. Aquarius, we have haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. So all of the efforts that you have put in, you know, is you have manifestations basically coming towards you. So be aware of karma balancing in your life. Be aware of what you've been manifesting or focusing on. This message came through earlier to me today. Is like, if you're thinking about somebody who you don't want to bring back into your life, the chances are they're thinking about you, you're thinking about them, and then you're magnetizing your energies together, you know, so that you'll meet. So be aware of that if you all of a sudden are thinking about somebody that you don't want to be thinking about necessarily, acknowledge the fact that energy, that presence is there, but refocus your energy on what you do want to call in. That's something else that's coming through there. And this energy, you know, it kind of feels like a mixed bag with that. So just be very mindful of where you're focusing your time and your energy and your thoughts, and what you are magnetizing to yourself here. And if that you have been doing all of this work, you know, you've been clearing karma, you've been clearing karmic cycles, I feel like you're going to have some sense of relief from that as well coming in. But if there's a lesson or a message that hasn't quite integrated, then that might show up mirrored to you through another. So just be aware of that, Gemini. But you know, you're very empowered through this, I feel, either way. It's just about where's your presence. You know, are you being present with this? All right, next we have Taurus. So for Taurus, we have teardrops, okay? Personal sorrow. So what is coming forward for you is clearing energy. Make sure that you're surrounded by loving people, that you're grounding your energy, that you're honoring your emotions, because it feels like the eclipse season is going to be bringing up these emotions that have maybe been held back for a while. And maybe I'm getting more so with this teardrop energy. It's past energy that you're clearing. It's past grief that you're clearing. So just make sure that you're being very gentle with yourself. You're surrounded by very loving, compassionate people, and you allow these emotions to come forth. With the eclipse season, sometimes it comes out, you know, it becomes, you know, it's to that point where it's at the surface. And so know that crying isn't necessarily that something is, crying is actually very clearing. It is clearing of toxins. Crying is a very, in a way, positive, you know. You're clearing energy. So just honor that, honor yourself, honor your heart at this time, Taurus, you know, as you move through. And like I said, some of you, it might be, again, past energies and you're not even realizing why you're so teary. And it is just you are clearing out old energies, okay? But again, make sure that you're embracing, you know, giving yourself love, giving yourself that self-care, but also that you're around people that are very loving and supportive of you too, that you're not just moving through this by yourself, that you have other grounded people around you, because I feel like Taurus, for much of your life and who you are, you have been that strong presence. You have been the grounded presence. You have held this space. Well, now it's time for others to hold the space for you, okay? And it also signifies that there's fresh new energy coming in as well, which when we have an energy shift and higher frequencies, you know, are integrating in, the lower frequencies can't stay. So they have to be cleared out. So that's part of this process that you might be experiencing in eclipse season, Taurus. Okay. Next we have Capricorn. We have hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. So this could be somebody coming to you who's in need of help, assistance, and guidance, or this could be you asking for help and assistance and guidance. And I think it's more so you asking for help and assistance and guidance. And with the hand being, you know, the main message here, it's saying that the power is in your hands. Like, you can call upon your angels and guides to assist you. Ask for what your needs, you know, or communicate your needs to others. You know, you have friends, family members, you know, people have their own strengths and specialties, and express that, you know. And if you're overwhelmed, you know, ask for help here. Okay. If you are seeking, you know, guidance, there might be somebody that you really trust to connect with in order to receive that guidance, but know that that's okay. And again, the eclipses, when things happen or unfolding for us, you know that for, again, maybe like the Taurus energy, you know, that earth energy, you've been the stable, grounded, strong, balanced, you know, tried and true energy in everyone else's lives. But now it's time for you to receive. Now it's time for you to open up and have that support, that assistance, that helping hand here. Or maybe they're Capricorn, there could be a project that comes in that you enjoy doing, but maybe it's a lot of work and, you know, you need some assistance with that. So don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. All right, next and last, but we have Virgo. Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. So receiving love and feeling love is what's going to be coming in here for you, Virgo, with these eclipse seasons. I feel like just the depth of your intimacy with yourself and maybe with your partner or a relationship deepening here is something that's this eclipse season is going to be bringing in. To get to this point also, Virgo, I feel like, see all those flowers around that heart? I feel like you have been doing quite a bit of healing work. You've been aligning your energies with more so what you want to bring in, you know, hence the flowers and the blooming and the beauty. You've been maybe surrounding yourself with beautiful energy here. Okay? But there's a very beautiful, loving presence that's the eclipse season is bringing in for you. And again, I think this deep love and affection starts within you first, and maybe it's you and your connection with Source. And then that's also going to show up in other relationships and forms around you. So opening up and receiving love is what's going to be showing up for you, Virgo, with this eclipse season. I kind of get the same energy with Aries, with the rose energy, with more the sensual side of life and really embracing, you know, the beauty of life. I feel like that romantic energy is also showing up here for you, Virgo. And there could be one person in particular who really shows up for you in a very loving and caring way. Or you're just surrounded by more caring and loving people. Perhaps you've aligned with, you know, a group of people that are like your soul tribe, or you know, best friends, or, you know, amazing family members that are here and helping you to open up and receive love. So that is what I have for the eclipse season messages. Receive what resonates, release anything that does not. Okay, don't take any story or energy that doesn't feel in alignment with you. And yeah, this was really for the most part, very empowering messages. So just be very gentle and present with these eclipse energies, okay? Because they can kind of bring in these fast shifts and changes that might send your ego, you know, into a what the heck is going on. But ground in, take your time, really lean into your spiritual practices of balancing and grounding, your connection with Source, your connection with your higher self. You know, call in the assistance that you require for whatever, you know, situation or energy you're moving through, and take the best care of yourself. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon.